It was an ambitious goal that must have been in the works for multiple years, but did what Activision set out to do actually work? Welcome everyone to Blackbirdie COD. Every week we bring you new videos filled with tips, tricks, and commentary with everything about the Call of Duty franchise. If you like what we have to say today, tell us so by hitting the like button, and you can also subscribe along with ringing that bell icon so that way you're notified of the next time we upload. But with that said, let's answer the question, was the Cold War integration with COD Warzone a failure? There are multiple reasons why the integration of Call of Duty Warzone and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War can be considered a failure. The initial warning sign for players should have come when the game was first set up for pre-order. Players who did pre-order Cold War received a free Sergeant Frank Woods operator skin for Warzone. However, upon using the skin, players started to notice that their in-game skin looked wildly different from the Woods shown in the trailers. Operator Woods had a much more rounded potato-like head, and his hair was thinner and flatter than the bushy beard shown. Fans felt betrayed, as this Woods' skin was not living up to expectations. The reasons for this tragic visual transfer came from Warzone lead developer Infinity Ward having to recreate Woods in their own game engine from scratch. The model used for Cold War and its advertisement was based on Treyarch's design created in their engine for Black Ops Cold War. Warzone and Cold War run on very different game engines, with Warzone sporting the IW 8.0 and Cold War using IW 5. As we continue down the list of grievances towards Cold War's integration with Warzone, you'll notice a majority of issues stems from this difference of game engines, like in our next point. When Warzone began integrating weapons from Cold War into the Battle Royale, it was a disaster. Players immediately noticed attachments were failing to do what the game was advertised that they did on the stats screen. For instance, the Bruiser Grip was supposed to reduce recoil for multiple guns as a rear grip attachment, but it didn't do anything. It was a useless attachment that made weapons that required it to be functional unplayable, like the XM4. New guns like the MAC-10 and DMR also joined Warzone and immediately upset the gun meta of the game. Now if you join a match, it seems like you either equip a DMR in your loadout or you lose the game. This issue again came from Infinity Ward having to recreate these weapons and attachments as best as they could in the engine that they were using. Coding a new weapon into the game is no easy feat, and normally when a weapon is dropped, its stats are made to reflect and balance the current gun meta. But with Infinity Ward trying their best to copy the stats from Cold War to Warzone, the guns were quickly unbalanced and felt out of place to the previously established metas in the game already. This creates another failed moment from Cold War to Warzone. Finally, for the last reason Cold War and Warzone didn't integrate properly, is we point towards none other than Rebirth Island. An attempt to give players a new fresh map and tell Cold War's Warzone story, Rebirth Island was meant to be the new hit thing on the block. However, with its close quarters and relatively small map size, Rebirth Island feels less like a Battle Royale map and more like playing a game of Team Deathmatch and multiplayer. The mode feels like it should be more of a special event than an official variant, as the respawn and ticket counters are almost too much to comprehend. Players are already choosing to forego this new mode that Cold War was brought into Warzone, and return back to the OG gameplay that Warzone had to offer. Overall, for many, this was the final nail in the coffin, as players have a bad taste in their mouth from the failure that was the integration of Warzone and Black Ops Cold War. Anyways, how do you guys feel about the integration of Black Ops Cold War and Warzone? Tell us exactly how you feel in the comments down below. We'd love to hear your opinion. There are a lot of divisions in the community. A lot of people still enjoy Warzone, and while you're commenting down below, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon while you're down there as well, so that way you guys can keep to date whenever we post new content. Other than that, we'll see you then. Later.